What up? It's your boy Brad. This is Stay Frothy, the podcast that you'll hate that you love. I'm excited right now because this is season 2. Welcome to season 2 of Stay Frothy. For those of you who are new, go back into YouTube and look up season 1 because we're just getting fucking started, baby. I was actually going to say that I'm not going to curse as much in this podcast, but then I was like,
Brad's mama got to him and said, you better use that nice language or I'm going to put some soap in your mouth.
Nah, I'm not going to stop cursing.
I actually didn't even know that there was seasons of this. I guess if we just stop making shit for a long time, we'll just call it a seasonal break and just say that you're watching the premiere of the next season of the Stay Frothy Radio. So I'm here for it. I'm glad they brought me back for another season. They're not paying me enough or at all. So I guess I just got to praise God for my blessings of even being here.
I'll keep it short and sweet. I'm classifying this as season 2 because we're legit now. We have mics and we sound pretty fucking good. So season 2 is in the works. And also, kicker, this is going up on iTunes. This will be the first episode that we have that goes up on iTunes.
All right,
and
we're going public
Spotify.
With this. I'm all in on it.
Yeah, so welcome, guys. Welcome to Stay Frothy. This podcast, we're going to dive into Super Bowl weekend. We're currently recording this on a Thursday, but, you know, by the time we release this, hopefully you'll listen to it before the big game, which is this Sunday. I figured we would just go ahead, get into the hot takes, although these takes aren't necessarily hot because everyone already knows. This is like I feel like I'm in Groundhog's Day because we're back at square one again. Here it is, Super Bowl 53, and none other than the New England Patriots are in it once again, but this time they're facing the Rams again.
Yep. It's kind of like full circle.
It is literally full circle.
Tom Brady won his first Super Bowl playing against Kurt Warner, the best show in turf. Unbelievable game, unbelievable storyline. The guy came in as the backup quarterback after Drew Bledsoe went ahead and got cleaned out, and his career essentially ended. And Tom Brady and the legacy that was born that day. And so now we're here today. He's playing against a young Rams team. It's almost like you flipped the script. And Jared Goff is not necessarily Tom Brady because he was a number 1 draft pick and highly touted out of college. But I'm excited. I think that there's 2 teams going up against each other that at the beginning of the season, I actually predicted we're going to be here.
You thought that the Rams and the Patriots were going to be playing each other in the Super Bowl.
I did.
I call bullshit. No, you fucking didn't.
I would ask Mike to get on this and vouch for me, but
he's playing video games.
I can't do that because he's playing COD in the background, which, kids, go out there and get Call of Duty. I mean, if you really want to sink your life into a video game, Call of Duty is the right game because you could just mindlessly kill zombies for hours. But outside of that, I did think that the Rams are going to get here just because of the sheer star power that they picked up in the offseason. I mean, you're talking about Aqib Talib, you're talking about Marcus Peters, you're talking about John Kinsu, guys that they added to this team. Mind you that they also added C.J. Anderson in the middle of the season. And
he was from the Panthers.
Whatever. He played like shit on the Panthers. And
we didn't use him.
Yep, they didn't use him. And Todd Gurley is an MVP candidate. Again, you got Jared Goff. And, the team's just solid all around. And outside of that, they have probably one of the best up-and-coming coaches to be coaching in the NFL right now.
I'm a big McVay. I'm a big McVay fan.
McVay came from a long way. He figured out a way to somewhat be successful here in Washington, D.C. And by success, I mean he was completely fucking mediocre because that is what the Washington franchise is. They're a disaster. But outside of that,
who was he under again? He was under
Joe Gruden.
Jay Gruden?
Jay Gruden?
Yeah, that's right.
Greg Gruden?
No, Jay Gruden.
Ron Gruden? Who knows? Who knows what the fuck that guy's name is? But he came from that organization. I think that he had a really good stepping stone into becoming the coach that he is today. And we'll see. I mean, the guy seems like he's a genius. He's kind of made all the right moves, especially when it came to paying the refs off in the NFC Championship game. I mean, to say right now that paying them off was actually going to get them to the Super Bowl, I couldn't have predicted that. Yes, I predicted them to be here. But no, I did not predict that he would actually fork over the money to make sure that the entire referee staff was from Southern California and that they would blow a call that even a blind man could see.
All right, so, I will agree. We should definitely air this out. That missed call was the most atrocious missed call I've ever seen in sports, ever.
But what I'll say to that is, okay, so we could call
that was a blatant pass interference.
It was
call.
an atrocious.
The Rams should not be.
It was an atrocious missed call.
The Super Bowl.
Listen, it was an atrocious missed call, and we could sit here and cry over spilled milk like the entire state of New Orleans is doing. However, it really wasn't the thing that beat them. I mean, like, they got the ball back. You're talking about they have a quarterback, Drew Brees, that will eventually be in the Hall of Fame, right?
Right.
And so he gets the ball in overtime. They get first licks in overtime, and he drops back, throws a fucking lollipop up in the air, which gets intercepted by the safety. They started doing Choppa style on the field, and Greg the Leg hit a 57-yard field goal to send them the fuck home. So I'm not going to sit here and say that they got beat by just one call. They got beat because they fucking lost. The call didn't help, and that's what I'm saying. If I had known McVay had in his back pocket to have the knowledge to just pay these guys off. I mean, goddamn. I mean, that's right. Patriot shit.
For anyone who is blindly listening to this and has no idea about the background of this, Sean
everybody
McVay
has an idea about it.
Allegedly,
dude, this shit went to the Supreme Court.
He didn't pay off the refs. It was just the refs probably had money on the Rams going to the Super Bowl. Because that's clearly the only explanation.
You're literally saying another hearsay scenario about this that does not exist and is not true as well. I would rather it be that than
you to tarnish Sean McVay's whole entire work ethic this entire season, because that man worked his ass off. He built a team literally from nothing.
Well, really? He built a team from
he didn't
nothing.
Build it.
He built it from nothing.
He didn't build it. Let me correct myself. He took the team that was already pretty much made for him, but at his age and with his experience of being a head coach, which is not a lot.
Honestly, I'm going to sit here and just say
he's taking this team to the Super Bowl.
Sean McVay's a good dude. He's going to have
a baller.
He's going to have a very long career doing the most stressful job in sports, which is coaching a football team.
He's a stud.
However, I could say also that beyond Sean McVay's feats, Tom Brady is older than Sean McVay. Tom Brady literally played in a Super Bowl with Sean McVay in the stadium while he ripped the heart out of Sean McVay's team in his fucking face. Mm-hmm. He's been doing this shit for 20 years. You know what? Like, I hear it a lot. A lot of people want to go ahead and shit all over Tom Brady. And you know what? It's fine. Hate on greatness. Hate on greatness.
Hate on greatness. Okay.
Listen, I'm a 49ers guy. I'm a 49ers guy. You know, I got my hat on. You know, let's go Niners. Joe Montana was revered as one of the best players ever to touch a football, ever to touch a pigskin. My guy, Brady, and I'm going to say it's my guy, because this dude is fucking for real. 9 Super Bowls. 9 Super Bowls he's been to.
Yeah.
9.
Has 5.
He's won 5 of them.
On his way to 6.
Like, every one that he's lost is like a classic. I mean, every top Super Bowl I've ever seen
has featured
Tom Brady.
And Tom Brady. Yeah.
The guy is absolutely unbelievable. And to be doing it at his age in a way that he's doing it, I mean, it reminds me of Jordan. But even when Jordan came back and played for the Wizards, it's not like, yeah, then the Wizards were great. Like, Jordan was great when Jordan was great. And Jordan hung it up when Jordan needed to hang it up. And he came back probably a little too late. And that's all right, because he also owned like 49% of the team. What I'm saying right now is that we have never seen an athlete like Tom Brady.
In the sport of football? In the sport of football, or athlete, period?
Athlete, period.
To be as dominant as he is.
To be as dominant. I mean, the only thing I can think of...
Athletically, Tom Brady is not that sexy.
Tell that to Giselle.
Regardless.
Tell that to Giselle.
Fuck you.
Tell that to GQ magazine.
Like
that made him the sexiest man in the world. You want to say he's not sexy?
Him being an athletic dude, you're not going to be completely wowed by his, You
would sleep in a bed with Tom Brady.
Dude, chill. Can you let me finish my point?
I would too.
Tom Brady's not one of the athletes where he's going to, wow you with his athleticism. But the thing that makes Tom Brady so interesting and honestly to where we're getting to GOAT status, is that this man knows how to win. This man has come in. He's come from adversity. Didn't start on a college team that pretty much overlooked him. Then he came in as a backup quarterback for Bledsoe. And now, fast forward to 2019, Tom Brady is on his way to 6 Super Bowl rings. I repeat that, 6 Super Bowls.
Tom Brady knew exactly what he was doing.
6 Super Bowl
Tom Brady
championships
knew
that
exactly
he
what
is
he was
on his
doing.
way
Even,
to. And
stop. Even through college, Tom Brady knew exactly what was going on. And when he was drafted, he walked up to Kraft and he said, "This is going to be the best decision you ever made."
Verbatim.
He said that to him.
Yeah,
a lot of people talk shit like that. Tom Brady backed it up. He backed it up.
Yeah. So for those of you who are listening and were expecting us to be gung-ho Rams, fuck the Pats, look, here's what I'm going to tell you. If you are living in 2019 and you are still hating on the Patriots to this day, I'm going to make myself blatantly clear. You're a fucking loser. You need to understand that greatness is happening before our eyes. Look, every era in sports has had their villain.
He's not even a villain.
Yeah, sure. I'm just classifying Tom Brady as a villain right now because everyone hates the Patriots. The Patriots are the bad team because they're cheaters or they win too much, which
Allegedly.
is a pussy fucking statement. But everyone has their vices and they pick the team that they want to hate or the person that they want to hate. Look, you can call them cheaters all you want, but Tom Brady is a winner. And if you don't accept greatness for what it is, I mean, we're seeing something in a lifetime that we might not ever get to see again.
No, we're not going to see this again.
We probably won't.
I promise you that we will never see a quarterback get drafted in the 200th round.
It was like the 200th or 199th
after a guy that probably I don't know if Bledsoe's actually in the Hall of Fame. He probably isn't. But a guy that really had a strong career, was a staple in the franchise, and he just replaces him, goes undefeated, wins the Super Bowl, and then goes on for the next 19 years starting at quarterback for a dynasty. I have never seen a team like this. The Bulls, the Yankees, like the Sox right now. I look at like NASCAR, like Jimmy Johnson, like their crew. I look at guys playing tennis. I look at Tiger. Nobody has ever in sports done what the hell this guy has done over the last nearly 20 years. And he's not even done yet. He's been to the last 3 championships. Are you kidding me?
Is he isn't he 40 or he's almost 40?
He's old enough to be my dad. He'd be a young dad, but he'd be old enough to be my dad. And this guy goes out there and throws darts every single weekend.
Point being, you could have lost to the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Panthers lost to the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Rams lost to the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Whatever. The thing is, we're at a point now where you just have to respect it. You have to respect the fact that Tom Brady is here to stay. And here's my bold pick. You can call it bold if you want. The Patriots are winning Super Bowl 53. And Tom Brady will go on to win his 6th, I repeat, 6th Super Bowl ring. The city of Pittsburgh has 6 rings. Tom Brady will have 6 rings on his own.
Fuck the city of Pittsburgh.
The city of Pittsburgh, the Steelers, let me clarify, has 6 rings, 6 Super Bowls with different quarterbacks. Tom Brady will have 6 alone. So let that sink in. Just you have to respect the fact that this guy is on a fucking tear.
Also, let's think about Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was in the twilight of his career, and he got to that Super Bowl against the Panthers. Everybody's like, "Oh man,
Peyton didn't do shit that Super Bowl.
I really want to see Peyton Manning go out on top." This guy went to maybe 3 Super Bowls in his entire career. Yo, I'm telling you right now, my guy first off is older than Peyton Manning was when he won that last Super Bowl. Peyton Manning looked like he needed to be in a fucking wheelchair and cashing his AARP check. He could barely throw the ball over 15 yards. And we're talking about a guy that's 41 years old that throws absolute daggers and still on offense is the biggest threat on his team. I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks out there. I never really liked Tom Brady until after I saw him dismantle the Falcons and kill their dreams in the Super Bowl. I really didn't like him like that. But when I saw that, I was like, yo, real recognize real. This is a guy.
Facts.
This is a guy that can absolutely change the entire trajectory of a game by himself.
Facts.
Is what it is.
Facts.
Like, and that's it. And I'm going to sit here and say, I don't expect him to go out there and lose that game either. Patriots are going to win. If they lose, I'm going to be shocked. I'll be shocked.
I will be shocked too.
If they lose, I'm going to be like, wow, you know what? The Rams really played a great game.
They deserve
it's like
it.
last year.
If they beat the Patriots, they fucking deserve it.
It was like last year when the Eagles won the Super Bowl last year. I was like, wow, you know what?
They deserved it.
They really went out and did the damn thing, but it had nothing to do with Tom Brady, who broke every Super Bowl offensive record for a quarterback
He had like
that
over
game.
500 yards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a break. The guy had the best Super Bowl of any quarterback ever to lose, and he played the best game in NFL history, stats-wise, and lost. Like, for quarterbacks that have lost in a game, they've never put up the stats that Tom Brady put up in that game, in the history of the game.
Nope.
So give me a fucking break. You really don't like him. Like Brad said,
you're a fucking loser.
You don't appreciate football. You don't appreciate sports. You're just a loser. And your team probably sucks too, and you probably haven't been to the Super Bowl that often. I know that feeling. But you know what? I've actually been, I think it was like 2012. We went to the Super Bowl. We played a close one. It sucked. We lost. I would have loved to go to 9. I would have loved to go to 9. I would have loved to go to 9 Super Bowls.
Being a Patriots fan has to be the easiest sports team.
It's got to be fun.
Root for. It's just, I mean, you literally kick back at the beginning of the season. You're like, all right, our season doesn't start until January.
I would love to go to 9 Super Bowls. I would love to watch 9 Super Bowls.
And win 5 of them.
Win or lose. Yeah, remember when the Bills go to like 3 straight Super Bowls or 2 straight Super Bowls? I think they went to 3.
I don't know. My memory doesn't go that far back.
Lost all of them in a row with Jim Kelly. They went to back. It might have been back-to-back Super Bowls, or it might have been back-to-back-to-back.
Yeah.
And they lost all of them. At least they went.
Yeah.
Now they got Bills Mafia. They haven't been to the Super Bowl since.
But those fans will.
These guys have not been to the Super Bowl.
Sure.
Since I've been alive.
Yeah. Fair. Yo, did you watch that Fyre Fest documentary, right?
Billy McFarlan, legend.
Billy McFarlan.
Hot take. Billy McFarlan is the biggest
Shithead.
legend in party history.
Billy McFarlan, shit dick of 2000. What year was it? 16.
I really don't know. I really don't know. But goddamn, did Billy McFarlan curve the 1%?
Yo, he straight bamboozled. He finessed the shit out of some rich folk.
They deserve it. Really, the folks that went to that festival, they think they're the victims. The real victims of the entire festival are the people that actually worked for him and didn't get paid and put their money down.
That's a good take.
And the people that were in the Bahamas that really put their livelihood around making this something that would be a destination year over year.
Yeah.
They really invested their time and money into this. The people that aren't the victims are the ones that saw social media influencers get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to trick them into going to some fucking trap down in the Bahamas that just didn't exist. Dude, you watch that video once and you're like, yeah, I don't think this is real.
This isn't real.
We've been to festivals before, and you watch the pre-videos for festivals, and you watch the pre-video and it's the festival footage from the year before.
Yeah.
It's actually last year's lineup of Lollapalooza was incredible. You should come back. And you're like, yeah, I'll probably toss a couple $100 in this. They're like,
nah.
We actually took a bunch of models and instead of actually first off, that was the festival.
That really that's what got the majority of people to buy in the first place.
No, that was the bit.
All of those influencers, the Instagram models to post that stupid orange.
No, I'm not even saying that. I'm not even saying the video. I'm saying when they had all those models down there, all their employees were down there, and they were getting fucked up.
That was the festival
on the beach with those models. That was the actual festival. That was the actual festival.
Yeah.
People forget that they did that, and for
and
2 weeks,
and
for 2 weeks, they filmed themselves getting fucked up and running around and swimming with pigs with Sports Illustrated models and fucking Victoria's Secret models. That was the festival. Like that, they did it. They actually did do it.
Yo, facts.
And then they were like, yo, this was so much fun. Why don't we invite 20,000 people to do this?
And you know what? Here's the kicker. Let's charge $50K a head.
Let's charge enough money to make the middle class and the upper middle class feel uncomfortable enough to not show up. Let's charge like enough money where it's like kind of stupid.
Not stupid. Just blasphemous.
Yeah, like, okay, like how much should we charge to get down here? Well, listen, it's an all-inclusive trip. So we're gonna pay for their flights. They're gonna take these like small prop plane flights.
Did they pay for their flights?
No. They're gonna have these small prop plane flights. And we're gonna fly them over. Like, yo, watching that video, if you really thought you were gonna get picked up by a personal plane that seats like 4 people with like Moet champagne in it and Victoria's Secret models in it, you're fucking on crack, or your eyes are closed and you've been sleeping because you're dreaming. That shit's not real.
Yeah.
If they really thought that they were going to get enough planes to fly 20,000 people down there and then have these villas. By the way, this was announced and decided.
Hurricane tents.
It was announced and decided that they were going to do this like 6 months before they tried to actually
6 months
get
before the
there.
event.
6 months.
Mind you, like these major festivals like Coachella and Lollapalooza, they take years. Well, for them to even get started.
They're businesses.
Yeah.
That's their business.
Yeah.
For them to even get started,
that's their business. Years.
The people that run Lollapalooza, that's their business.
Right.
They're not trying to run some startup on the side.
Right.
That's their business.
Right.
They are reaching out to artists all year. They are literally marketing their shit all year. They're trying to like build infrastructure around what their facilities are going to be like all year.
Right.
These jokers were like, yo, let's grab some kegs, some tents, let's get a bunch of vodka and a bunch of beautiful rich people and fly them down into fucking wherever the fuck we are.
Bahamas, the fucking middle of the Bahamas.
Bro, they thought there was Fire Island. Dog, it was just like the right side of like some random island with the sandals on it.
Originally, they had Pablo Escobar's private island, and then the people who rented it out to them said, you are allowed to use this, but you can't advertise it as Pablo Escobar's island. And what did they do? They put it fucking just as broad as day in that promo video, Pablo Escobar's island.
Well,
and so
obviously,
they saw that and they pulled the plug.
Clearly, they're very bad listeners.
Yeah.
Clearly, they didn't really understand that, like, if somebody's going to tell you that it's not going to work out, you probably shouldn't do it. But the even better part is, again, that there are people out there that went on Instagram or wherever, watched that video.
Yeah.
And we're like, yo, I'm going to this. Like, did anybody, like, DM one of the models and just go, like, are you going? Yo, are you going to be at this? Like, for real?
Why would you mean, like, celebrities or just?
Yeah, like, hey, like, I know you just posted about this really brand new, off-brand fucking festival down in the Bahamas. Do you plan on going?
Yeah, that was pretty sus. They never mentioned anything like that, but
no,
they got
all
paid.
the influencers,
they got paid.
All the influencers,
they got their cash, and they were like,
all the influencers got out scot-free.
Yeah,
they all got out scot-free.
They're getting subpoenaed now. They're getting subpoenaed now.
Are they going to get fined?
They're going to court.
Are they going to get fined?
Yeah, probably for like false advertisement. We don't know yet, but they're going to court.
Whatever.
So Billy was like, "Yo, I'll give you $250."
Well, Billy's the goat.
I'll give you $250.
I don't want to hear you talk bad about Billy.
$250K to post this orange ass block on your social media account and promote our festival.
I don't want to hear you talk about Billy. Billy's just a dreamer.
You get like people like Bella Hadid and Kendall Jenner.
Dude, Billy's just a dreamer.
They pretty much funded the people for that festival.
Dude, I'm telling you, Billy
off their Instagram. Billy
is just a dreamer. Billy's you and me.
Billy's
all he wanted to do was have a fun party with his friends. And so what if it
and fucking rip off of a bunch of people? Nah, fuck.
No,
Billy.
that wasn't his dream. He's just a dreamer.
Nah, Billy's a fucking cuck.
Billy just wanted everybody to have fun.
Billy's a shit dick. And he's gonna be in jail for a couple of years.
My favorite bit about Billy McFarlan is that like he had just done a bunch of like failed shit. Like over and over and over and over
And
again.
he kept doing it.
But dude, like there is something to say about like stepping up and being like, yo, honestly, gonna have to cut the cord on you, Billy. Your shit's kind of whack.
Yeah,
You've been throwing a bunch of this stuff, and it's crazy.
Questioned him.
No one really questioned him, and everybody around him was just like, yo, like maybe we can pull it off.
Do your thing, Billy. We trust you.
Yo, pull it off, Billy. Like, we got you.
What background did this dude have to?
Well, he was rich.
Buy in like that.
Well, he was rich.
So that was the.
Yeah, he was rich.
Okay.
Well, rich people are like the smart people.
Yeah.
The rest of us,
clearly, we're plebeians.
No, the rest of us, we don't get the villas. We get the tents at Fyre Festival.
We get the refugee tents, the hurricane tents. Yeah. Got it.
That shit was hilarious. And honestly, again, I mean, my guy, dude, he had a ride or die on his squad. Like, they dead ass were like, yo, like, our water has been commandeered. Our water has been commandeered. My guy, I need you to go across the island, find the government official, and you know what to do.
If you haven't seen the documentary,
get those knees ashy, my guy. You know what to do. Get the job done. You know what? He got there, and he was ready and willing to do what he had to do. He had his knee pads. He had desire and courage in his heart, and he knew exactly what he needed to do. Find you a friend that would do that for you.
Oh.
Find you a friend that could do both. Get the job done and do what you had to do. Because I know you wouldn't have done that. You wouldn't have done that for me, Brad.
Are you saying we all need friends like Andy King?
You wouldn't have done that. You wouldn't be my Andy King, Brad.
No, I would not.
I want you to be my Andy King, Brad.
No, dude.
Yo, when duty calls, man, I need you to throw on your knee pads, my guy. I need you to be my Andy King. The look in that man's eyes when he was like, I knew what I was doing.
I knew what I had to do.
I knew what I had to do, consciously. Regardless.
Like, no question about it. It's to save the festival. Mind you,
all I needed was some sriracha.
The festival was already a dumpster fire at this point. This man was going to go out there regardless, just for some bottles of water.
No, Andy King.
The festival couldn't be saved.
Andy King went across that island. He went across that island. And he's like, find me some sriracha and meet me at my destination. That's all I need is some sriracha, and I'm going to save Fyre Festival. Thank God he didn't have to deal through with that. Find you someone like Andy King. Find you a guy that only needs sriracha. Maybe he needs some sriracha mayo. I don't really know the specifics, but needless to say, the sriracha didn't show up and he was still going to go through with it. That might be all we have for you guys today.
Yo, thank you guys for listening to Stay Frothy, Season 2, Episode 1. We look forward to putting out more content for you. So thanks again for listening.
We'll be back.
We will be back. Deuces.